Hello YouTube. Decided to give an update on the diorama that I was working on. I'd already talked about some of the guys and what I was going to do with them. And now this, as you can see, I added some scarves to a couple of these guys that were with a different kit. I apologize for the shaking, but like I said, right now I am immobile, so this is the best I can do. But the scarves, that's all I used right there. Some of the Blue Hawk tape that you wrap around your pipes. I think it's, only a few dollars down there, at the hardware store. So that's what I used for the scarves. And you can see it works pretty good. Got to paint it yet. It gives it that effect. And then I decided to go ahead and pull an old Jeep. I'd actually started this for another project years ago and just never got around to finishing it. And figured, well, since this was already started, I'd just use this one. So I've got obviously more to do with the Jeep. But I really wanted to just kind of show you the base. So I used the AK, first the AK European Dirt, all right? Then I used the AK Snow Sprinkles, all right? This stuff worked great. I actually put it on there with a toothpick. Everything you see there, that was put on with a toothpick. All right, I'll bring it in close, kind of get angles on it. And as you can see, it has that nice snow effect here and there. And then where it sparkles, I put the AK ice sparkles on it. So now it looks like snow that's melting, which is what I was going for. This is what I wanted, and I definitely got what I wanted. Now the sparkles, they are very, very fine. They go on real easy. I actually, let's see, I used one of these little spoon things here and just put a little bit on and sprinkled over top the areas that I wanted. Now, as for the snow sprinkles, that is more of a paste. And I was able to dab that on there, and put that wherever I wanted it. But as you can see, the effects look really good. And then as for that, the grass with the snow, I actually bought that separately. And that is this stuff right here. So I actually bought that separately. I got all this stuff at one of the local hobby shops. And just put that right. I basically, while this snow was wet, I put the grass in it and basically glued it down. Same with the wall. Wall I glued down, it was all primed out. I think that was on the last video I showed you the wall. I glued the fence on there and just painted everything. And this is all, actually, I used this, I'll show you what I used. I used that for the wall, just a base coat on everything. And then there's the red clay. Used some of that for some of the other bricks. And then I used a leather brown. I didn't see that here. That was what I used for the darker bricks. So you got 3 different shades of bricks there. And turned out pretty good. And then once you spray doll coat on it, it seals it up really well. You don't have to worry about it, coming apart on you, chipping, and everything like that. Kind of move that around so you can see. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. I've been pretty impressed with most of Vallejo's stuff. That's the back side. Put a little bit more grass with snow on that side. But you'll see that, I mean, this diorama, once it's done, you can display it from either side. You'll either have, you know, obviously the Jeep is going to go right in here. So you'll either be looking at the Jeep, the other two guys, they'll be on that side. It kind of looked like it moved on me a little bit. It's still a little wet. And then I've got the two guys that are running. They'll be running through that gap in the wall. And then, of course, this guy, he'll be kind of, you know, watching them, covering them as they run through by the wall. So that's what we were going for. And that worked out perfect. Okay, so I figured I'd show you the, this is the snow sprinkles. Kind of show you what you got. See how it's real smooth. It's a thick, pasty, you know, substance. But I mean, it goes on great. But that's what you got. It's like a thick, pasty looking stuff. And that is the snow sprinkles. And then the other one, and AK has more, there's other products too for snow and whatnot. I think there's like snow dust and all kinds of stuff that you can look into. They have a lot more than just these two that I used. Okay, and here is the ice sparkles. I'll just show you how fine that is. Check this out. That's how fine that is. So that is that. I just got a little bit on there and just sprinkled it out over top of the other. So that is that. It was a really easy process. I think the only thing I did is I put on the everything twice because I wanted to build the snow up more than what I had the first time. It looked good the first time, but I wanted it built up in other areas a little bit more. So I ended up doing certain things twice. So, but all in all, it turned out really well. So even though I'm impressed with the AK snow effects, I'm still going to pick up some Vallejo snow effects for the guys because I don't think this stuff would work too good on their outfits, making it look, you know, where there was moisture, how you get that frosted look to certain clothes when it's moist from the snow. I don't think this is going to do the job. So I'm still going to get the Vallejo snow effects for these guys to put on their uniforms and make it look like they're kind of frosty, I guess. So that'll be obviously in another video, and I've still got a lot to do on this one for as small as a diorama as it is. And then, you know, you see kind of like what I'm going for here. And of course, I've still got the other two guys that'll be running, you know, kind of like running through the gap. So, but that is the update for now. All in all, pretty good. Pretty good project. Oh, one other thing I did is I did put some panel liner. I used the brown in between the brick. I did throw some panel liner in there. Then we'll use the black because I wasn't going for a burnt look. It's more of a washed, dirty look on the wall. So that's the only reason why I used the brown instead of the black panel liner. Also, that darker brick, that was the Vallejo leather that I used. So Vallejo leather, the folk art, terracotta for the wall and the red clay for the wall. Panel liner, the brown. And then for the snow effects, snow sprinkles and ice sprinkles. And that one over top of AK European dirt. And it looks very dark. I thought about using some Vallejo mud, but actually that looks pretty good because it kind of has a muddy effect, yet it almost has a frozen effect too. Like, you know, you could put this at any time. This could be early morning where you're starting to get a melt, or this could be in the evening where the ground's starting to freeze again after a melt. So I didn't really want it snowy. I didn't really want it muddy. I wanted it right in between. And like I said, I got what I wanted. So I hope you enjoyed watching. If you haven't, thank a veteran. Thank them for their service. If you like, please subscribe. I hope you enjoyed, and God bless.